Hi, I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked podcast. Today we are talking about Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. And we also have a ton of news and stuff. But first, what are you reading?
So, I'm reading a lot. So I found I had started a couple of paper books and never finished them. And then there was an audiobook that I hadn't finished. So I've decided this week is to finish everything that I've started.
Okay.
So number one on paper is This Charming Devil. I started this like forever ago and got like this far. It's like the second to the one we both read that's like Gatsby.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? Okay, so this is the second to that, and it is Dorian Gray. It's like a spinoff of that. So, anyways, that, and then second is the Amalfi Curse, which I really bought it because of this. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, this fucking beautiful. So anyways, I'm trying to just get all of the pendings done so that I can, like, start fresh. But then I'm going to start into our read for next week, which I'm going to show. Hear me. I should have pulled it down. Because it's beautiful as well. Right? Yes. Look! It's little taxis!
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Anyways, what about you?
I am trying to finish Atmosphere. Being a paper book, it is just, I read a couple pages and then I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, or I need to go to the bathroom, I need a drink, and then I don't ever pick it back up. So trying to do that this week. And then kind of the same. I've got several that I've started on Kindle or Everand, and I got pissed off with Everand, so I didn't finish it at the time. So I'm trying to clear out the old stuff, so I don't have so many sitting there. Like when I go to my Goodreads and it shows all the books I'm reading, I'm like, it's too many.
Yeah, I made the mistake on my Kindle. I was just playing around the other day because there was a certain stuff my Kindle, and I was just like checking, and I fucking clicked on a book, and so now it shows on my Goodreads that I'm reading it. I'm like, well, now I guess I gotta read it. But yeah, just so you guys know, if you haven't done this, if you have your Goodreads and Amazon accounts connected, if you click on a book, like even to the first page on your Kindle, it shows currently reading on Goodreads. So
yeah,
darn, good another book I gotta read. Yeah, but
okay,
you ready for all this drama?
Yes, there's so much of it.
We're going to start with the BookTok drama and get into the more serious stuff near the end. I'm sure everyone knows what we mean by serious stuff if you're listening to this podcast, but there is so much BookTok drama over the past couple weeks. It's so funny. Last week, Tisha and I were going to record 2 episodes just because she's about to go on vacation, and then the month after that, I'm going on vacation for multiple weeks, so we've got to get ahead, okay? Just to give you guys some insight and behind the scenes here. And we decided not to because we didn't have enough fluff at the front.
Yeah.
Because we usually like at least 20 minutes, the beginning of our podcast is just talking about current events, things that are happening, news, and such. So we didn't have much, so we said, okay, we'll record some point during the week. I had a shit week, and then she ended up getting sunburned. It just ended up, like, snowballing. And we're recording on the day we're actually supposed to record, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it happens. But when I say we had nothing to talk about, And now I'm like, I told her before we started recording, we probably have a full episode just of this. So anyways, BookTok has been on one.
Yes.
These past couple weeks. We're going to start with a movie adaptation release that we actually talked about last week, being annoyed that it wasn't released yet, and we know that it's done. We get a release date for Emily Henry's People We Met or Meet on Vacation for fucking January.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is what I've been trying to figure out why January. I think it's because after the holidays, people all sit around at home, watch Netflix, watch TV shows, and then they book their trips. Usually January, February. I know I've done it. So I know that's like how people's mind works. So I'm thinking their thought is, okay, Christmas is over. Everyone's kind of in that bleh seasonal depression slump, from January 1st until maybe the first sunny day in March. Yeah, everyone's just fucking cranky. I personally like February because it's my birthday month, so I have a little highlight there. People who don't have winter birthdays don't have that, so.
Yeah.
And then if you're single, you got Valentine's Day. I mean, it just sucks. So it's that seasonal depression period where people plan their summer out. And that's what I think people are going to see that, and it's going to be like a marketing, oh, everyone watch this, and then vacation spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for it, but I'm also annoyed. You know where Emily Henry stands here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's get into book talk drama. First and foremost, there's so much, and most of it is related to ChatGPT and AI. I'm going to start by saying I use ChatGPT a lot as a Google, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Generative AI, we're just going to start with this, okay? Generative AI can be used in ChatGPT, or if you just ask a simple question, it's like doing a Google search. I just want to make it very clear that ChatGPT can do a lot, and personally, I don't have a problem with anyone using it like Google, because you're going to Google it. That's all. If you type in a question on ChatGPT, it searches Reddit, it searches Google, it searches Bing, it searches everything, okay? That is normal to me. We've been Googling since Google was invented. Now, there's a line that passes the creative liberty mark. And BookTok thinks that it's been crossed. First and foremost, Dark Hollow Academy by Lena McDonald apparently, I haven't seen it for myself, I've seen several videos, left a ChatGPT prompt in the book. Meaning, she asked ChatGPT to write something for her, copy-pasted and put it in the book. It wasn't what's the weather like in Massachusetts in September? I get that. You need to know that to describe the scene, what people are wearing, the atmosphere. That I understand. A prompt for that is next level. Another offense. Okay, Jessa Hastings, I'm skipping down because we're talking specifically about ChatGPT right now. Jessa Hastings was getting interviewed. I saw part of the interview. She talked about how ChatGPT has changed her life because she was specifically talking about how many oysters are in this blah, blah, blah. 100%. I think that's fine. No one knows off the top of their head whatever she's researching. If you do, you're like an oyster connoisseur or something. Yeah. But my opinion, researching is much different than writing. People started going after her for the way she worded it, for what she said. I guess it was implied that she was using it for more than research. I don't know where that came from. The interview I heard, she was just talking about that. What really escalated is when she went off on her Instagram stories. Did you read those? Okay. She was attacking her fan base, pretty much saying your robot vacuum, your Google Calendar, Google Maps, and got super defensive. I don't want any of you to use this, and like listed off all of these things that she compared to Chat. Even TikTok. She compared to ChatGPT. Her comparisons, none of them made sense.
No.
She was unhinged.
And we've seen that while ChatGPT is great and can, bring all of the information together to give you a very brief summary, we just saw, last week or the week before, when you were trying to read the blurb, and
it was wrong.
It was wrong. So wrong. So it is very helpful and beneficial, but it can also have errors, which is why a lot of people want to contribute to make it more efficient, make it more correct. But a lot of people are also very against. Like, I've heard in the last week a couple of books that are like, these recordings cannot be used to improve or build upon any AI platform. So it is a very mixed bag. And I get that we want to do things to help ourselves, but also we've all seen Terminator and iRobot and
yep, we have
all of the things. So it is getting worse. Like, I don't know the validity of it, but I saw a story not long ago of a robot dog, which they're brand new, that attacked its owner because it didn't want to do whatever the owner prompted it to do. So it attacked it. I mean, can they even bite? They don't have teeth, do they? I don't know how an attack happens with a creature that can't bite, or I don't know. It was weird. But there was another story of a robot worker in a factory that started like tearing up the machines that it was supposed to be working with because it didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, welcome to the 21st century, and instead of people going postal, it's robots.
Yeah. Which, let's just be real, I'm not shocked about this at all.
No.
Not shocked. To make things this smart, there's been so many movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just Terminator and iRobot, even like the Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't the little assistant get like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Iron Man.
Yeah, for my, I can't think of her freaking name.
It was the guy. Wasn't it?
It became, I don't know. It's like the
because
Age
it
of Ultron.
became like WandaVision.
Yeah.
Or at least the voice did.
It was first like his assistant inside of Iron Man suit. I can't remember.
Jarvis.
How did I not know that?
Which stands for just a rather very intelligent system.
Yeah. It's literally everywhere. You make things so smart without a soul. That's my opinion. Without a soul, morals, feelings, all of that. Every decision you ever make as a person has those things factored in, like your moral beliefs, your moral compass, your people you care about, things you care about. And if you take that away, that's not good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, people are pissed about ChatGPT. Continuing on the AI topic, I first heard about this with one of the BookTokers that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
And it popped up. I think it's Marissa. Is that the main one?
I don't know.
I'm going to find her name real quick just to give credit where credit's due. I sent it to you. I'm just going to go to our bajillion TikTok thread. Okay. While I'm looking for this, I'm going to also mention that a ton of people think Danny Francis is AI because of this.
I saw that.
A ton of people think, and we've been on this who the fuck is Danny Francis kick for weeks.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of people that think it's AI. They also think all Frida McFadden's books are AI, which I think we can both kind of get behind that.
Yeah, I saw that. Everybody said it's just someone putting in AI to adapt someone else's story, which we pointed out that one is very much like another, and found like 2 or 3 instances of that in Frida McFadden's writing. So I can 100% get behind it. And there are still people that like think she is just the GOAT. And I'm like, she doesn't have original ideas though. So
nothing is unique. Yeah. And you think it's unique because you haven't read enough books. When you start reading more books, it becomes less unique. Her name is Mariana.
Yes.
This is, I think that's how you pronounce it. I followed her for a while. She's funny. She posts a lot of good BookTok content. So this is a summary based on videos I've watched of what my understanding of what took place. And you tell me or cut in if you've heard differently or disagree. There's the big 3 BookTokers. I don't know who the other 2 are. I can guess.
Yeah.
But I know of her. I already followed her. I don't know who the other 2 are. I'm sure I've seen them. But it was never mentioned to me. This is the girl getting attacked, okay? Apparently, there's this company that was using generative AI, meaning you take someone else's idea or book, specifically book boyfriend, and build from it and create your own world, which to me is a copyright issue. And to most people, it's a copyright issue. So, offered her this bag of money, these 3 big BookTokers apparently, to promote this generative AI platform where you can pay, I guess, to literally talk to your book boyfriend. Which I'm just going to stop right here for a second because I think we need to address something. Tisha and I have a very clear interpretation that what we read is not real. Are we in love with Zayden Ryerson? Yes, we are. But we understand he's a fictional character at the end of the day. If you are paying money to talk to a fictional character, I believe you need therapy. I'm sorry. Anyone listening, if this message hits home, this is tough love. That's a line. This character's not real.
Yeah. And I think that's where everyone feels they've gone overboard because a lot of people struggle with reality. So there are many other instances that I don't even want to bring up because that's a whole can of worms we don't even want to touch. But people are already struggling with reality. And then you add something like this to make them think they're falling in love with this book boyfriend. It's only feeding you what you want because every answer you give or every question you ask is creating a new timeline of this little creation that they've made. But like you said, it is very much a mental health issue if you cannot differentiate. Yeah, it would be great. You know, we're all sitting around drinking, talking about books and book boyfriends to send a message and be like, oh my gosh, what would they say?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, we would be done.
Yeah.
We would understand this is just for shits and giggles, but it's not going to be the first thing we text in the morning, the last thing we text at night. Like, it is not a relationship because it's not real.
Yeah. And I think that if a person needs that, you get help. I mean this with all the love in my heart. It's not healthy. I get the appeal. I really do. But at the same time, it's not real. It's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it blurs the lines. That's one problem. Mm-hmm. The second problem is that they are stealing authors' work without giving them money for it. I think that's part of the problem. I think the authors, some of them might have been okay with this if they were approached with the same bag that these BookTokers were. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
The problem is they're not getting any credit for their ideas, for their copywritten work.
Mm-hmm.
And these people probably just saw dollar signs and was like, let's do this. This is a great idea. I know so many people. But really, I think it's more hurtful across the board in all directions than beneficial.
Yeah.
For authors, for readers, they don't have that separation. It's just greed, man. It's greed on a community who will spend money to get 3 editions of the same book because they love it so much. That 100%. is profiting off of a demographic will spend the money, which to me, as a businesswoman, you're a businesswoman, I get, but also don't be a fucking shitty person.
Yeah, there's a line. Morally, ethically, and I think it crosses both of them. Like, it's just not good ethical business. Like, we could do a million things to make money, but there's just a line, and they've crossed it. So, I think this will end up being a major lawsuit.
I'm sure it's probably they're talking now. I mean, the Mariana has already posted apology videos and saying like, I'm going to get back to why I started, which is enjoying books, which I respect. But also, when you fuck up like that, the internet finds everything you've ever done. And people have a huge problem with her on top of that. Did you see the thing about the hair tie? So, to give you guys color, something she did around the same time, it wasn't even that long ago, another BookToker, had posted like a fanfic of a book boyfriend who's 17. I'm going to say something right now. I don't like high school because they sexualize teenagers. If you're a teenager reading a high school book, cool. To me, it's got to be college or older because it feels weird. It feels gross. If it's high school, make it not be sexual. Make it be like an adventure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's a high school hockey player, and she commented on the picture and said, give me a hair tie in 2 minutes.
Everyone knows what that insinuates. And if you don't, you might be listening to the wrong podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Genuinely, if she didn't read the whole fanfic and just saw, a picture of this really attractive fanfic guy and was like, okay, yeah, I could do that. But if she read it and knew that this kid was 17, that's obviously where the issue lies. And the way her apology sounded, she didn't realize the age of the fanfic character. But again, it's fucking fictional. It's all fictional.
Yep.
None of it's
coming at her. None of it's real. We're going back to the issue of people not being able to understand the lines. But no, people got some strong feelings about this shit.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I want to say. As they should. Read your books, enjoy your books, put your books down, spend time with your family, live in real life as well.
Go outside.
I love reading. Obviously, I read over 100 books a year. Tisha reads well over 100 books a year. We love to escape reality, but we're still going to go to concerts with our families and friends. We are still going to go camping. We're going to go floating. We're going to do all the things, go on vacation, because at the end of the day, we're alive and we live a real life. And I just want my TED Talk today to encourage everyone to still live life, even being a book nerd.
Yeah.
Go to the lake, shoot some fireworks, drink some beer. I mean, come on. We only live once.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I know for me, even just doing this podcast and trying to do the book that we're covering that week and then try to find another book to enjoy during that week that's separate, sometimes it gets hard. Like it feels like a job some days. And that's when I have to kind of take a step back and I'm like, I'm not going to read anything this week until the very last minute. And then I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go enjoy time with my family, play games with the kids, do whatever we got to do. But that's where everybody has to kind of realize what their line is and what is like sapping them of energy and find a way to disconnect from that for even just a day. Like social media is a big, big energy and time suck. And if you can just cut yourself off for a day, it helps your mental health and your physical health even just breaking away. So
oh yeah, I 100% think mic drop. I 100% think that the reason that today's kids have so much anxiety and mental health issues is because of social media. We had shit as kids. I mean, like older, but you had to get in front of a computer. And there was nothing on the phone, no internet on phones. When I was a younger kid, no phones at all, except for Nokias with Snake, and not everybody had them. Like it was a rare. The only reason I was around them is because my dad owned a business, so he had a cell phone, or actually had a bag phone for your car. So it was like an actual phone in his truck. It was the wildest thing. But at the same time, like, we were outside, we were playing, we weren't comparing ourselves to other kids on the internet. We weren't worrying about what was trendy. We just hung out with our friends. We went to the pool. We did kid stuff that I feel like kids don't do anymore. The more kids I'm around, the more I'm like, you are at the lake and you're playing on your phone. You are at a concert and you're not even in between sets and you're playing on your phone. It's sad. It's so sad that they don't get to experience that. And it's just the world we live in now. And I think it's tying it back to this AI, that people think it's okay to have a boyfriend online that's not real. It's all just too much time online. And I'm guilty. I'll sit on TikTok and scroll for 3 hours and be like, I just wasted 3 hours of my life.
Same.
If we didn't have this, and I wasn't planning a trip, I probably would take a little hiatus. I actually did before my candle business, but then obviously when you're running a business, you have to have social media these days or you won't make it. And I would love a hiatus. But, how we get our stuff to talk about that I put on this sheet every week is TikTok and, some book pages, and you meet new people. So there's good and bad, but I'd say like 75% bad, if we're being real. The comparisons, unrealistic expectations, it's just really hard.
And the rampant consumerism. Like the overconsumption has probably quadrupled since COVID, and everybody downloaded TikTok. So you can see all of the cool gadgets and things that you probably didn't really need.
No.
But they might make your life easier. So it's like, fuck yeah, let me buy it.
You buy it and it comes in and it's broken after one use and you throw it away. I've been guilty of that. I used to order from Shein all the time. Oh my gosh, it's only $3. I got 30 outfits for $100. You wear them once and you throw them away. Because they're terrible. Go to your local boutiques. Or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or those places.
Okay.
Maybe we should move on to the next one. We'll talk about this all night.
We could.
The next bookish news is there's a book called Beverly by Laura J. Robert, which I'd actually seen around. Is supposedly completely plagiarized from an indie author. I saw probably 10 videos on this of people taking it, throwing it away, and then going and buying the original book, which I found, Obsessed by R.J. Lewis. So, if you want to read Beverly, go read Obsessed by R.J. Lewis instead. I don't know if a publisher did that. We've talked about this before with a lawsuit issue. I think it was the Crave. Is that right? Where the publisher, they signed a contract with them and gave it to someone else because of the name versus independent versus with a publisher. I don't know if that's the situation, but that either way, it's fucked up. And it's like I said, I've seen like 10 videos on this. This isn't just a little bit of lore. Like, it's legit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, with photo proof screenshots of the book, like it, and it is, yeah, one I saw was like, they've been in foster care since they were 5 and they changed it to 6. It's the same fucking book and you just stole it. So
yeah, it's so bad. I fucking hate people who steal people. You know what? One thing that I fucking hate is stealing.
yeah.
Why? People work hard for their shit. I mean, I'm talking about stealing intellectual property. I'm talking about books. I'm talking about shit on my yard. If you steal, I don't like you. Period.
Yeah.
Just don't steal. Go to get your own job and buy your own shit or come up with your own ideas. If you're not creative enough, then it's not for you. Find something else. I'm fired up today. Okay, we're going to move on to more of the serious stuff. First one, I'm sure everyone's heard about this. The fire ambush in the Washington area. Well, it wasn't in Washington, was it? I thought it was in North Dakota.
It was in Spokane, Washington.
I swear it was in North Dakota. Idaho. West Raleigh, intentional. Yeah. So they started a brush fire, which, here's another thing. Why do people target the people who help the community?
Because they're fucked up in the head. They don't know what's real and what's not.
Of all of the people, I think it's safe to say, no hate from me, from you, Tisha, that firefighters are the most universally liked of all of them, right?
Yeah.
For most people.
For the most part.
I get it, a lot of people hate cops, whatever. But firefighters are generally, like, especially in the BookTok community, are the most liked of all of the first responders and help people.
Yeah.
These people intentionally set this guy, the time we put this on here, they thought there were multiple people because they thought they were getting shots fired in multiple locations, but it turns out the dude had just planned it and had multiple shoot zones and was running around. 2 firefighters for sure died. I think 1 did survive with serious injuries.
Yeah.
Set the fire, they get there, and he starts opening fire on them. For no fucking reason at all. I've seen some stuff about people saying it was like an anniversary of some other incident. I didn't see enough about that for me to believe it, but still insane. But the guy's dead. They had to move his body because of the fire. And I think he'd killed himself. I didn't hear for sure, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Sad, sad. Next order of business is a 6-year-old girl, I think she was 6, right? Little girl on the Disney cruise.
I have seen so many different ages, and like nobody's actually released any sort of statement that I found that said who she was or how she got up there or any of it. Like
probably because the parents don't want it.
Sketch, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
but I've seen anywhere from 4 to 10.
So a little girl was on the rail, I guess for a picture. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Again, no details. Somehow, a little girl fell off the 4th deck on a Disney cruise. I've heard a lot. 4th deck.
Yeah.
The dad immediately jumps in, and they both survive, which is crazy because I've heard some things about falling off a cruise. Most of the time, they can't see you.
Yeah.
Or get to you. And Disney, give them some props. Had them both rescued in 5 minutes. Crazy.
Yeah, it was quick. And that's really the only statement I've seen is Disney was proud of themselves for how quickly they reacted and how quickly they were able to get to them.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, good for them. Good that they have those protocols in place. But from what I've gathered, there was plexiglass. So falling off shouldn't have been even an option. But I think they said that they had to figure out how she got through whatever barrier and fell before they can then address how to keep it from happening ever again. So
yeah.
Initially, I heard that it was a dad, like, set his toddler up there, obviously a very young child, and then turned to do something, and then she fell, and he realized it and jumped. But I've seen 100 videos and interviews of people, and they're like, you know, we really can't, like, pinpoint what happened or how it happened. So
yeah. And unless the dad says a statement or whoever watched it, no one will know.
Yeah, never.
But I'm glad they're both okay.
Yeah.
Glad everybody's okay. Good job, Disney, for actually getting it done.
Yeah.
Okay, next in true crime news, the world is fucking pissed because Brian Koberger took a plea deal.
Yeah.
His trial was set to start next month, and the only closure the families are getting out of this is that he did actually, I watched it live, he did admit that he did it. which up until this point he's been not guilty. He didn't do it. Blah blah blah. He admitted individually and altogether multiple times. The judge reworded it about 3 times. And he admitted to it every time. He said, "Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?" And he said, "Yes." Then they went through the individual counts for each person, and he said, "Yes, guilty." So at least the families have that closure. Do I think he should have gotten the death penalty? Yes.
100. That's
the reason everyone's pissed, is because his plea deal he doesn't have any chance of appeal. He doesn't have any chance of ever getting out. He has 20 years for like the breaking and entering, and then he has 4 life sentences, which he's still got to go get sentenced and do the impact statements, which will be like later on this month. But yeah, he is not going to die unless somebody gets him in prison. And that's what everyone's really pissed about.
Yeah, because as soon as that death penalty was taken off the table, he pled guilty, which is the coward's way out. I mean, you have a natural instinct to preserve your own life, but at the same time, what about their lives?
Yep, that you took 4 of them.
How the fuck do you get 20 years for breaking and entering, but some people walk away from rape or murder or all of that altogether? But 20 years for breaking and entering is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and he didn't even steal anything.
Nope.
Besides lives.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. Also, what I don't have on this list is Diddy. I guess we need to talk about that next. Motherfucker got away with everything except for prostitution.
Yeah, traveling to prostitute.
Traveling prostitute. He didn't get racketeering. He didn't get sex trafficking. Nothing. This is so fucking shitty. Yep. Both of these things happened the same day.
Yeah, and it all came down to free will for both Cassie and Jane Doe.
But that's where racketeering comes in, because he was like manipulating and holding things against him. I can't. Oh my god, it just makes me so fucking mad.
Text and video evidence of all of this happening, and still they had free will. I'm like, except the minute you're paying someone to do something, they lose free will.
Yep, 100%. They're an employee at that point.
Yeah, or you're like holding money over their head, or something that you've done for them over their head.
Yeah. God, it's so bad. I was so mad. Both of those things last week. Yeah. The true crime world is in an uproar at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up in the true crime world, Candace and Perez Hilton have been subpoenaed in the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni case.
Yes.
Which, if I'm being real, Candace Owens has openly said that she hopes they do. She has nothing to hide.
Yeah, she said prayers have been answered. I've been subpoenaed.
I welcome it. One thing about her, she's very much a facts person. I don't think she would have said anything that she didn't believe to be 100% factual. She is an attorney as well, I'm pretty sure, so she knows her shit. If not, she's the smartest non-attorney I've ever heard. Perez Hilton I'm interested about because he has the same lawyer as Justin Baldoni, and I'm wondering if that's why, because I remember him posting something about, like, they told me it's a conflict of interest or something, because they do have the same, like, his attorney on retainer is, I think, Brian Friedman, is that his name? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm interested. I thought the whole thing was fucking dropped, and then this stuff's still coming out, so I think the drop was more of he did something wrong and has to redo it. The more I'm hearing, and Blake Lively played it off as like a win, but really it's still very much ongoing and not a win at all. Yeah. So that's going. Last, and definitely the worst thing we're going to talk about today, the flash flooding in Texas. It is the most heartbreaking thing that's happened in a long time, in my opinion. If you don't know what we're talking about, in 30 minutes. How hard did it rise? 20-something feet?
It said the river rose from 1 feet to 27 feet in 45 minutes.
Yeah. On the 4th of July, the morning, and there has been close to 50 dead at this time, and they're still looking for a lot more.
As of 16 hours ago, NPR said 67 dead, and 11 girls still missing from Camp Mystic.
Yeah.
And they had, Camp Mystic had multiple, like, sites. So Camp Mystic sent out a blanket email and said, this site has been cleared, this site has been cleared. If you have not been contacted directly, your child is accounted for. Those whose children are unaccounted for, you have been contacted.
And by accounted for, they mean finding their bodies, because there's not many survivors. It's the saddest thing. This is mostly kids. And one of them, you said, was found like 12 miles.
12 miles down the river, she was found in a tree, like sitting on a branch, just clinging for dear life. I'm like, I can't. So we went floating Friday, 4th of July, and got caught on a tree. And to avoid popping tubes or injuring any children, I pulled my kayak over to get past them. And I was only under for maybe a minute and a half, like just trying to get under everybody. And I struggled to get my breath for a minute, but I can't imagine tumbling down the river with probably vehicles and parts of homes and trees and all sorts of things until I can just grasp something to then pull myself out of the water. Like, can't imagine, especially a young girl.
Yeah.
These kids are going to live with this forever.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Yeah. Anyone who survived is going to have survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Including the camp people.
Yeah.
My husband was telling me that camp is on like a notorious, terrible flood zone.
Yeah.
And probably shouldn't have even existed in the first place.
No.
I do know like the boss of the camp did die protecting children. Several parents that were there.
Mm-hmm.
But as of today's the 6th, this happened a full well over 48 hours ago, and they're still looking for people.
Yeah, and I think heads are really going to roll in the police, and it was the county judge who made the call to not send out alerts. The National Weather Service warned of potential flooding and then sent out a flash flood warning more than 4 hours before the judge sent out the whatever warning system they have. I guess they don't have like a universal warning system like text messaging or anything. So they just sent out a notification on Facebook at 5 a.m.
And no one's going to be on Facebook at 5 a.m. on the 4th of July.
No.
Especially not camp people.
Yeah. So.
They probably didn't even have cell phone service.
Yeah. So.
Terrible.
Yep.
But we'll be praying for all the families, and I hope they get the closure they need. And
yeah.
Can't imagine how you move on from that, but
yeah, it's awful.
It's terrible. Okay, last bit of yapping. Are we ready to talk about this book?
Yes.
Okay, if you haven't read Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier, go away. We love you, but go away. Great book. You do not want it spoiled. Period.
No.
You do not. So, okay, I'm going to read the blurb. Let's hope ChatGPT didn't get it wrong, because I do not have the actual book like I did last time. But it seems right. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, super trigger warnings on this one for SA, child abandonment, adoption. What else?
Murder.
Murder, of course.
Improper
Lots of SA.
disposable body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of things.
Yep. Okay. This is a story of 3 best friends, one who was murdered, one who went to prison, and one who's been searching for the truth all these years. When she was 16 years old, Angela Wong, one of the most popular girls in school, disappeared without a trace. Nobody ever suspected that her best friend, Gio Shaw, was involved in any way. Now, 14 years later, Angela's remains are discovered in the woods behind Gio's childhood home. Gio's old boyfriend, Calvin James, now known as the infamous serial killer, the Sweet Bay Strangler, is charged with murder. Gio knew what happened to Angela all those years ago because she was there. She didn't kill her, but she also didn't tell anyone what happened. As Gio is sent to prison for her role in Angela's death, Calvin escapes, leaving a trail of dead women in his wake. Now, as bodies begin turning up with chilling similarities to Angela's murder, Detective Kaiser Brody, Gio's childhood friend, believes Calvin is sending her a message. When Gio's secret's finally coming to light, she realizes there's something even more terrifying than Calvin's crimes. The truth.
Yeah, if that's not the official blurb, that is fucking spot on.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Okay. Because of time constrictions here, let's just talk about the things that shocked us the most. Let's talk about all the shocks. Number 1, the arrest at the beginning. If you don't read the blurb, you're very shocked that this successful woman just gets arrested. At least my first read. Second, we have, both of us have read this at least twice. Okay, next big shocker for me was how she actually died.
Yeah.
that they were like dancing and being. Honestly,
Neighbors.
I can't stand her. I think the way they described her is the typical piece of shit mean girl, and I couldn't stand her at all, which I'm sure was by design. The next shot, okay, there's so many right at the end, so we're probably skipping to the end here. To me, the next shock was, well, Calvin escaping prison.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big one. How she got, okay, she had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. How she got pregnant, that is very late in the book, right? So you think that they probably were just like having sex and she got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it was a sexual assault baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she wanted and attempted to terminate, but she couldn't bring herself to do it.
Yep. And the family that she picked the baby to go to ended up being a piece of shit, even though she was so confident in that family. Okay. Next shock was, I'm just going to say it, the fact that her son was the one killing everyone.
Yeah. I had a feeling as soon as the first one pops up and it's a mother and child
Mm-hmm.
that has been adopted
Mm-hmm.
and it says, see me. I was like,
yeah.
Someone wants to be seen. Someone wants to be acknowledged. And I didn't feel like that was Calvin. So until obviously we get all the pieces, I was like, who the fuck did she abandon that wants to be seen?
I will say I never thought the new murders were Calvin.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think he would, as fucked up as he was, I didn't think he would hurt kids.
Yeah, no. And he even said that. He's like, I would never. And she said it multiple times. She's like, Calvin would never, not a kid. I mean, even though she was a kid, he was just outside of being a kid when all of their shit happened. So she's like, at my core, I don't believe he would do that to children. They're innocent.
Yeah. Then her son, the thing is that the fact she didn't even think about it being her son is wild to me.
Yeah.
I forgot the biggest reveal that actually Gio cut up Angela's body because Calvin couldn't.
Yeah, because he was about to throw up.
When he said, you're welcome at the very beginning in trial, you never know what that is till way later in the book. Yeah. That you're welcome, he didn't tell the truth that she cut it up. He knew he was already going away. He probably already had an escape plan. And he was like, I'll just take it so that she can get out sooner. That one kind of shocked me more than a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because the way that it's described in the beginning was she looked away, she couldn't watch or something.
Yeah.
But no, she was cutting her up. Her bitchy best friend, who was literally trying to steal her boyfriend. Not that what Calvin did to the girl was okay, but she was acting a fool. It doesn't make it okay, but at the same time, girl, don't be acting like that. That's your best friend's boyfriend. Okay, then the son showing up to the house. I think her ending up with the cop is the least surprising thing for me. I kind of knew it was going that way the whole time. The son showing up to the house and pretending to be like a good guy and excited to see family photos and stuff. And then trying to rape his own mother, to me, is just next level fucked up.
Yeah, very much so.
And then Calvin not knowing about it. See, there was a part of me that thought Calvin knew the whole time, but when Calvin shows up to save her...
Yeah.
And he's like, this is my son, but apparently it looks just like him.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Yeah, I was surprised that he was there. He was watching her to protect her. Like, we knew he loved her, but just the idea that even though he's so fucked up and could kill so many other women, he loved her enough that he would come back and risk whoever he would be facing to protect her.
Yeah.
It was a little redemption.
It was a little redemption. Gio didn't care, though. This part did shock me. I thought she wasn't going to clap Calvin. I thought she was only going to kill her son. The fact she killed her lover, her ex-lover, and her son.
Bam, bam.
She's like, I'm done with all of you fucking bullshit ass motherfuckers.
And your fucked up brains. But,
yeah.
I mean, Calvin said multiple times that people like him shouldn't exist. So,
yeah.
She was kind of doing him a favor and not sending him back to prison.
Yeah, yeah. And then, obviously, she ends up happily ever after with the cop.
Having another baby.
Yep. Which is who she should have been with all along, in my opinion. Because even when you're throwing it back to that night, when everything went bad, she went in the closet with him and kissed him, and she said it was nothing like when she kissed Calvin. I'm sure Calvin had like the bad boy appeal, was supposedly super hot, and like just I get it. I really do. I understand. But
She was
then
also a little trauma bonded to him, I think.
I agree. I agree. She had like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't, the cop just wasn't. He was the friend zone. He was friend zoned.
Yeah.
And ultimately it was always her for him. So I'm glad she realized it and they got a happily ever after. Great book though. Jennifer Hillier, every single book I've read, I say that. She's a queen, a thriller queen. Trigger warnings, obviously, because she does not have lines.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what makes them interesting in my opinion, unique. Not
Yeah.
the same Frida McFadden shit over and over again. Like her storylines are unique.
Yeah.
And the shocks, there's not just like one big shock. You get like 10.
Yeah. But it ties everything together, makes the story make sense, makes even you don't really have empathy for the killer, but she almost wants you to have just an inkling because they're still human, even though they're very disgusting and fallible. Yep. They're still human, so you have just a little bit of empathy for how they got to how they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
To me, that takes some writing skill.
For sure.
So, anything else?
I think that's it.
I've talked about all the wows.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah.
Because especially through my first read, I missed a lot of it. And as I was listening the second time, I was like, man, I forgot all of this.
Yeah, the walrus, I did not forget that part.
Yeah.
You know, you know.
No, and I, like, as I was listening the second time, I was like, I remember her being disgusting and sexually assaulting her, but I didn't remember that it took so long. She waited. She made her feel like, oh, you're good, you're safe. And then bam, fucked her up.
Yep.
But she got hers.
For sure.
So.
She did. She made friends with the right people.
Yeah. And the fact that the friend died in prison was really sad.
Yeah, I agree. That part was really sad. I liked the friend.
When she was getting out the next fucking day. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
And her husband left her. Just terrible.
I think that was kind of a, what is it called? Like a red herring to like throw you off, thinking everything was going to be okay. She's going to get out of prison. And then she dies. And that kind of, I think, set Gio a little mentally unstable when the son showed up. And she was like, I just want to protect you because I couldn't protect her. And I think that was just really smart writing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay. That's all we got.
That's all she wrote.
And what's Summer in the City by Alex Astor is what we'll be covering next week. If you want to read that now to kind of stay on track with us. Cute little rom-com looking story. That's so cute.
Yeah, that's adorable. Looks fun.
Yeah. Something to get us out of the dark and twisty summer era.
We were in.
Also, happy spooky season.
Happy spooky season. It's official. It's here. We're decorating tomorrow.
So if you read or listened to Jar of Hearts, let us know what you thought, any things that shocked you, or if you still have any questions. Don't forget, we also now have merch. Open-booked.com. We have t-shirts, hats. I need to get our bookmarks downloaded and uploaded, but I want to add a few more so that it's like a set, but
I need to do some.
So go check that out, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.